We often describe Hinduism as a way of life. It is true, it's good. But this statement has a larger connotation. Hinduism is not just a way of life. In essence, it's a way of worshipping life. Hinduism is a way of worshipping life. Hinduism worships life in all forms. It's about the coexistence of various demographic, cultural, and spiritual living in India. For a Hindu, life is not a single opportunity. It's very vast. Hindus view life from an altogether different angle in a larger perspective. We consider life as a larger cycle of birth, death, and deliverance. Life is an amalgam of birth, death, and deliverance. In this cycle, death considers to play a major role. So also is the deliverance. It is evident from the fact that even today, a number of people sacrifice their material wealth and material comforts, family life, etc., to resort to asceticism, awaiting a peaceful death, believing about a life hereafter. But death as such not so strictly or necessarily results in moksha or liberation or deliverance. It delivers from this body loses its life. Also, for a Hindu, liberation is not just salvation. It's deliverance from all obstacles and reaching out to one's own inner being. In India, religion means dharma. Dharma is faith or shraddha oriented. Here, religion is not a belief system. It is understanding about the eternal and inherent nature of the ultimate truth of existence, that is the God. It's also adherence or following of certain moral principles in life. Along with this belief in the divine or God, one also has to develop full faith in oneself. That's how one attains to the goal of life, the moksha. From this perspective, shraddha is not only the faith in God, but it also means the belief in oneself. Shraddha implies that we need to walk the path of unity with the divine. The more one is established in this aspect of religion, the more one becomes free from doubt and skepticism. Spiritual wisdom is beyond any logical inferences or any reasonings. It comes from faith and self-control. As one grows in spiritual wisdom, one begins to experience one's changeless nature. And when one understands about his or her changeless nature, one is not worried about one's outward miseries. And when one is not worried about outward miseries, when one overcomes one's worldly fears, one is freed from all sorrow. That is the Hindu way of looking life. Hinduism can be referred to as a natural religion. It is developed, adapted, and has been built upon over millennia. People by mistake understands Hinduism as a bundle of anecdotes and moral tales about divine beings and their interventions in the world. It's also often regarded as rigid, incomprehensible collection of traditions and ceremonies, rituals and worships. But such things are part of every religion. No religion is bereft of all these. But certainly, a Hindu understands no matter whatever way or whichever divine form that one worships, so long as one's faith is firm and one's worship is sincere, one can surely make progress on the path of the ultimate wisdom. Hinduism also gives importance to the firmness of the faith and not as much to the forms of worship. We believe and understand that all divine forms are but forms of one supreme and ultimate reality. India is filled with places of worships and temples. It would be difficult to walk a kilometer here without coming across a few shrines or temples or prayer places. Sometimes it may be even a monument or even simply a stone symbolizing a village deity. But if we go beneath and beyond what we see, we would understand that each of these, they are significant in their own way. Some may commemorate a saint or a rishi, or even some gods visiting the place, even places of their patronage. An ultimate analysis would reveal that everyone here wants somehow to be close to God. This also substantiates the fact that the idea of God is or has been everywhere in India. Hinduism is an amalgam of both Aryan and Dravidian customs and traditions. Its evidence can be observed in all our religious rituals, prayers, customs, etc. Such an amalgam has been the strength of our nation, and it is very important to our cultural and spiritual growth.